Hello, beloved tribe. This is Emily Potter. I am the director of the Million Kisses Foundation and the director of this tribe, the Lightworker Musicians Tribe. I had a dream last night about this live video. This is what I know I get to talk about today because I dreamt about it, like specifically what to share, and here I am doing it for you today. So this is really exciting for me. I love being able to channel divine source through me in service to you. So it's specifically about invalidating our emotions. If you are someone who invalidates your emotions by saying the words, just get over it, then this is for you. I'm going to tell you one example of how I've done that in the past. Mine was specifically when I was going to speak with my friends. So if I had a date with a friend, they'd ask me how I'm doing, and I'm someone who likes to tell the truth and share the events of my life. And so I'll have an emotion about it, but very sneakily, I would look at the clock and see how much time I had for the emotion. And so here I am with this friend who wants to listen to my life and my stories, and I would let myself delve into it, but I would do it in an appropriate amount of succinct, boxed time. And when I felt like I had taken the quota up for this time with my friend, then I would just rein it all in, wrap it back up again, and everything that got processed, I would process it, and yay for that, and other things just got to just stay in there. And yep, that's okay though, because I get to contain myself and move on and not take too much space and time in the world. So that is one way that I have completely invalidated my emotions. And I have very often in my life heard myself say in the past, just get over it. Whatever it is, it's illogical. So the result of that is that I am not allowing myself to have the emotions, and I'm getting all sorts of trapped emotions stuck inside of my body. What's really important about that to address is that my spirit guide is the one partnering with my body. My body is here to experience emotions. It's why I'm having this three-dimensional experience at all. And so if I actually do not let myself have that experience, there's progression that can't be made. There's evolution that cannot be made in my spiritual or my physical space. The emotions are where the power lies. So one of the most important things is that I cannot then go into the depth. If I let myself just say, get over it, or like let yourself process it or experience it just this much, and then you're done. I can't go into the depth. And why that's important, because I'll tell you, anyone listening to this, you're uncomfortable. You do not want to feel the depths of it, because what if it never ends? The amount of pain and trauma that you have experienced in your life can bring, if you actually felt it all and let yourself feel it, you have this fear that you're never going to end. You'll never stop crying. You'll never stop feeling all of the depression all the way through, or any other of the emotions that you feel. So you want to just, get through your day. And I get that. There's a lot of things we could talk about with that. But with this thread of thought, there's a lot of room, much more than we actually want to even experience, because we're afraid of being uncomfortable. We have learned that we like being comfortable in the world. And emotions are extremely inconvenient, extremely illogical, and extremely uncomfortable. Oh, my alarm's going off. 1 second. So why would we do that? Why would we go to the depth? I mean, we can just do an appropriate amount. So I had a really good thing going there with that, except that I'm a light worker and I'm here to do a very specific thing, and I'm not connecting to the depth of it. So I'm going to put all of what we could talk about with this into one word, and it's one that I have right there in the title for this video, is the word just. Now I'm gonna get clear, because this was what came up in my dream last night as well. Whatever follows the just is where the pinnacle moment of courage lies. So I'm going to explain that a little bit better. So in general, if we're going to talk to a little kid and a little baby is crying and we start screaming at the kid, just stop crying, just stop, just stop. Your logic is, you're not happy, you're fine, you're well fed, there's reasons that there's no logical reason for you to stop crying or to stop to cry. So just stop. All of your needs are met. It's irrational. You should just stop. If you talk to someone who suffers from an addiction, just stop. Just quit smoking. Just quit. Just quit. If you talk to a musician and you say, just share your music, just get on stage and just share your music, just do it. So here's the thing about that it is one of the most invalidating things that you can say, is because you don't know if that after the just is the pinnacle moment of courage for that person that they struggle with their whole lives. For another person, if you say just quit smoking, I believe that many of us know people who have just been able to quit. It's like not their pinnacle moment of courage. And some musicians have no problem at all with just getting up on stage. It's not their pinnacle moment of courage. So there's other things for them. So for that person, if I say, just go talk to your sister about that really scary thing that you need to tell her, that your truth. Share it, just share your truth with your sister. That musician who has no problem getting on stage, their pinnacle moment of courage for their life, that it's been like the scariest thing in the world for them for years and years and years, is to talk to their sister about what's true for them. And for someone else, it's not their pinnacle moment. So it's completely irrational for us to say, just do this. What's the big deal? Just get over it. I am saying to you right now that if you have something that you're struggling with, and you have for years and years and years, and you just can't get over it, it's because that's where the power lies. So to invalidate your experience is basically saying that you're not trusting the power behind the courage that you're being asked to do. Also, that it takes a whole journey of inner work. Now, I'm going to talk about that for a moment. You might have, let's pretend that your thing is sharing your music, that is the pinnacle moment of courage. If you ever decide to do that in this lifetime, it's like everything in the whole world has aligned. Like that is it for you. That's like the main scare that you have is because of something connected to rejection or some fears that are really, really, really powerful to get through. But it feels impossible right now. Let's pretend that's the one. That one feels just unreachable. So the tool that I want to give you is to have some compassion around that one for a moment and take a step back, and perhaps you get to create a new relationship with your body and with your spirit and say, I am committing to be courageous in other ways that don't feel so impossible. So for example, the big pinnacle of courage is right here. And you have decided to just let that sit there for a minute, just breathe, look at it, observe it, but we're not going into it. You are creating a habit of courage by doing this, 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 and this that don't feel quite as ridiculously scary. So for example, just take walks because you are someone who is committing to take care of your body more and putting your energy there and saying to your body, I am committed to your health, and to your spirit, I am committed to listening to my heart's call. And the way I'm doing that is being brave and courageous in these other ways. And it's scary for me to like have a regiment of like actually being a healthy person in the world, because a lot can be expected of me if I actually step out that way. I'm doing a loose connection here. Maybe for you, it could be telling your truth to your sister. So speaking your truth, and that's scary, but it's not the big one. Giving yourself permission to be courageous, to create a habit of courage in places that feel like they're not all the way impossible. That is a step in the direction, because as long as you live, that pinnacle moment of courage will continue to be there. It's always there calling you, and it wouldn't be there unless you could overcome it. to go through it. And that's the last thing I want to share in this one, is the words "get over it." That phrase is one of the most damaging, most toxic things that we could possibly say to ourselves or to anyone in our relationships, anyone in our lives. The reason why is because you are completely invalidating the reason why you came to the earth, is to feel it and to walk right through it. We are not here to escape. We're not here to jump over it by getting over it. Just get over it. That feels like it's good on one plane, but as a light worker, that is not what we're here to do. We are here to walk through the fire, right through it, and transmute that energy through our body and then dedicate it to the collective consciousness. That is what we're here for. So when we say to each other or to ourselves, just get over it, we have completely disconnected ourselves from our purpose and our opportunity and our honor to serve humanity. We are not getting over anything. We are feeling it because we are brave and we're ready to go to the depths of it. And so we take ourselves into the fire purposefully. We find out where is the fire, and then we're like, there it is, I'm walking right through it. Now I'm going to share with you that you never have to walk through those fires completely alone. Now there are solo journeys that we all get to take for sure, but then you are always connected to the oneness. You can always lean into the power of being connected to something bigger than you, and that's what we're doing as light workers. So especially this is significant and very potent to anyone who's experiencing those fears within their musical arenas, because those emotions are where the power is. So that's where the fire is. So allowing yourself to do whatever it takes to get to a space where you feel like, I can walk through this. That's the game. That's what we're here to do. Now, if you feel totally ready to feel supported all the way, if you're done feeling alone as you walk through fire, reach out to me and I will get you to the other side, and you will feel the sincerity of how connected you are so that you don't actually have to do this alone. That's my tools today that I wanted to give you. That's what came through in a dream last night, specifically for someone out there, and I trust that it's going exactly where it gets to go. So lots of love to you all. Reach out to me if you feel desire, and I'll talk to you in the next video.